this doesn't have the box.
What?
The box, what, that goes...
Oh no, we clipped it off because he told us we could.
We took it home.
Oh,
because she was playing with it. This is not near your mouth.
Okay. Let me see if this has the right... I don't know what he did with that
Is
one.
that okay?
No, this is fine. You can put it in here.
Okay, I'm going to sit. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I'm fine. Tomorrow's the scary part.
No. But once you get through tonight, you're going to see that it's... And there's a whole bunch of guests tonight. Did you know about that?
No.
There's a guest from confirmation class from Woodbury Methodist Church.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's great that you think that way. Okay. So you got that. I always find it uncomfortable.
I don't like it either. I'm not gonna touch it.
I'm assuming that you would want that'll give you more space and it's better than me big.
What?
With my guitar, I would be here or I can be here. Do you have a preference?
I don't mind either way. I really don't.
Let's see how it goes tonight. And then
Okay, and then we can decide for tomorrow.
Yeah, because tomorrow's more important if you need. Yes.
No.
Check.
1, 2, check. 1, 2, check.
Check.
Stop. I'm bad at it.
Let's try that testing again.
Testing. Okay, it's working. It's working.
Check.
Check. 1, 2, check. Check.
Check. Okay.
Hey, AJ, good. How are you? Good seeing you.
6:54.
Up for the honors tonight?
Don't turn it. No, not yet.
So we'll call you
Especially
up
if
at the
you're
end to
talking
read,
to your friends.
deliver the announcements?
6:54.
Okay, perfect. It's separated, so we got to move it to. So it's here. Okay. Right. I saw you look perturbed right as I was about to begin, and I thought, oh no, it's something I wrong. So.
I can hear you.
Okay, so now we have to.
Sort of ignore
Okay,
them.
so we got to make that piece.
I know.
Okay, that's.
Because they're really going to try to get. I mean, in a loving way.
John, that's easier. Okay.
Throw you off in a loving way.
You can't do it.
What's this?
Slate plans.
That's okay. We'll get there. And we just want to do a quick sound check to make sure.
What the class mitzvah gift should be.
Yeah. We thought about taluses, but we decided it's lapels.
Right?
We could focus. Yeah.
For her?
We don't have a lapel.
We don't.
We don't. That's right. I don't think we do.
We used to. Can we put these close by her? I mean, she projects.
Yeah.
Is the lapel cup a possibility? Because she's really struggling.
Yeah.
And I'm just afraid this is going to sidetrack the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't think we have any more lapel. We don't have the lapel pieces. That's the.
For tomorrow.
It's just literally.
Yes.
My
right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to B'nai Israel. We're so happy to be together tonight, a very special night. We welcome the family and friends of Rachel Rubel, who will be called to the Torah tomorrow as a bat mitzvah. And we also welcome our friends from the Woodbury United Methodist Church. We are so happy to have you here with us. So we look forward to talking with you afterwards in the Oneg, and we welcome you all to B'nai Israel. We're going to welcome Shabbat on page, let me see if I have this right, 654 with Eretz Zavat Chalav, because it is the celebration of Independence Day for Israel. And Israel is the land of milk and honey, which is what this folk song is about. Goes like this.
Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav v'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav v'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav v'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav v'Dvash.
And you need to do the clapping for me because I can't manage both. So help me out with that. Thank you. I will start the beginning and here we go.
Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav v'Dvash, 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 Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav v'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav v'Dvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, 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 Chalav v'Dvash.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And we turn to page 120 for Hadlakat Hanerot, Kindling the Lights of Shabbat, and we invite forward Rachel's parents, Kim and Mark, to lead us this evening in candlelighting. Candlelighting will be found on page 120.
Give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Please join with me.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Thank you. We turn to page 138 for L'Chadodi as we continue welcoming Shabbat. We welcome Shabbat as a bride. We'll be singing this evening on page 138 the first and second verses of L'Chadodi, and then on page 139 the 9th verse of L'Chadodi.
And this melody is based on a popular Israeli song, and it is a tango. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'alenu el hamichad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem, U'tiferet v'hitila. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha, Ki hi mekor habracha. Merosh mikedem nesurcha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'b'sohola, Toch emunei segula, Boi chala, Boi chala, Boi chala. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. L'Chadodi likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nikabela. We turn in our prayer books to page 144, page 144. Rachel leads us in the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikada v'yikada shemei rabba.
Amen.
V'yama divra hirute v'yamlich mahute.
V'chayechonu yomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv.
V'yimeru.
Amen.
Yehi Shemei Rabba mevorach, le'olam u'me'omaya, yivarach.
Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yiramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudashah
Brichu.
le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma.
V'yimeru.
Amen.
Please rise.
Page 146.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
We turn to page 148. Rachel is our reader.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, you may reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ari Paravim. Page 150, we read together in English. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed.
Please be seated.
We turn in our prayer books to page 154. Rachel leads us in the Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta
et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam aham v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derek u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yodecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtachtam al mizuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amet. We turn to page 157. Rachel is our reader.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. There is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Michamocha will be found on page 158.
Okay, and the key words here are ya ba ba bim bam bam, bim bim bam, ya ba ba bim bim bam, or something like that. So even if you don't know Hebrew, you can sing and you can join in. And it goes like this: ya bam bam bim bim bam, ya ba bam bam bim bam, ya bam
bum bim bim bum, yabba bum bum bim bum, yai dai 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 dai, yabba bum bum bim bum, yai dai 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 dai, yabba bum bum bim bum, mihi kamocha baili madonai, mihi kamocha nedar bakodesh, norati lo do sefele, norati lo do sefele, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya dai 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 dai, ya bum bum bim bum, ya dai 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 dai, ya bum bum bim bum, mahutecha ra'u fanecha, bokeh hayam livnei Moshe, Zeli Zeli Yanu ve'ameru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya dai 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 dai, ya bum bum bim bum, ya dai 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 dai, ya bum bum bim bum. Pastor, when you studied this passage at seminary, did they have the yabba? Probably not. But in the Hebrew, it's somewhere embedded in between those words. And so it absolutely works.
I like your version.
Page 160.
Baruch atah Adonai habarei sukkot shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukkot shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
We turn to page 162. Vishamru, our prayer for the Sabbath, our prayer for Shabbat, will be found at the top of the page in Hebrew.
And this is a special request from the Bat Mitzvah family, so let's join in with them.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'doratam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'doratam berit olam. Beni uvei b'nei Yisrael oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'doratam berit olam. Vishamru Hashabat L'Dorotam Berit Olam Ki Sheshet Yamim Asa Adonai Et HaShamayim Ve'et Haaretz V'shamru b'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat L'Dorotam Berit Olam V'shamru b'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat L'Dorotam Berit Olam Uvayom Hashvi Shabbat Vayinafash Shabbat Vayinafash V'shamru b'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat L'Dorotam Berit Olam V'shamru b'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot Et HaShabbat L'Dorotam Berit Olam.
Please rise.
Our service continues, page 164 with the tefillah. We will be chanting the prayers on the right-hand pages, on the even-numbered pages, beginning page 164 and continuing to page 170.
Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Agita Hilatecha Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Velohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Velohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibur V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot U'mevii Gula Lifnei B'neihem L'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayem Emunato L'Shenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot U'Mido Mehelach Melech Memit U'Mechayei U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'Ne'eman Atah L'Chayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai
Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated.
We turn to page 173. Rachel is our reader.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein, who was shot at his synagogue last Shabbat by a white supremacist, wrote an opinion piece in the New York Times this week entitled, "A Terrorist Tried to Kill Me Because I Am a Jew, I Will Never Back Down." He said in part, and I quote him, "I do not know why God spared my life. I do not know why I had to witness scenes of a pogrom in San Diego County like the ones my grandparents experienced in Poland. I don't know why a part of my body was taken away from me. I don't know why I had to see my good friend, a woman who embodied the Jewish value of chesed, kindness, hunted in her house of worship. I don't know why I had to watch Lori's beloved husband, a doctor, faint as he tried to resuscitate her, and then their only daughter, Hannah, sob in agony as she encountered both her parents collapsed on the floor. I do not know God's plan. All I can do is try to find meaning in what has happened and to use this borrowed time to make my life matter more." Rabbi Goldstein challenged us to remember that every human being is created in the image of God. And he also observed that our people has survived the worst destruction and will always endure. And that America is unique, having been founded on the ideals that all people deserve freedom and liberty. Praying for peace tonight, proud of our identities as Jews, or as Christians, or as other peoples of faith, let us determine to do our part with our lives to promote justice and understanding, human dignity and insight, as blessings for us and for all peoples. We sing Shalom Rav, page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov b'necha livarech et amecha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We pause for silent meditation.
Page 180.
Ose shalom bimroma. Uyase shalom aleinu. Ve'al Yisrael. Vimru. Vimru. Amen. Ose shalom bimroma. Uyase shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Vimru. Vimru. Amen. Yase shalom. Yase shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom. Yase shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom. Yase shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom. Yase shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom. Yase shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael.
The countdown is underway. In the ritual of counting the Omer, Torah has us count the 50 days between Passover and Shavuot. Each year we remember a journey that begins with freedom and culminates in understanding and obligation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who makes us holy through commandments, commanding us to count the Omer. Hayom arba'a asar yom shehem shnei shavuot la'omer. Today is 14 days, which are 2 weeks of the Omer. We are 2 weeks among the 7 weeks, which will take us all the way to Shavuot. We now turn to page 371. Each Shabbat we pray on behalf of dear ones within and beyond our congregational family. We articulate the hope that they might know comfort and support. I invite you now to raise your hand after I silently acknowledge you and speak the names of those persons not on our prayer list for whom likewise we should pray this Shabbat.
Neil Jensen and Pam Gallup.
And we add Sarah Feynman.
This is a very powerful prayer when we all sing it together. So let's all participate. Mi sheberach avotenu mikor habracha ve'imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. Spirit, and
let us say,
Amen.
It's the first Friday night of the month, and so does anyone here have a May birthday? If so, we ask you to stand. Linda is standing, and at the end, she sings to us every month, so we should certainly, and every year we should sing to her as well. But before we do, there's a blessing. Misha Berach, this is a different Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avatenu, Avraham Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Valeah. Hu yivarech et chavrei hakahila hazot asher b'toch chodesh yimei chuledet shalahem amdu hayom lechvod hamakom lechvod haTorah v'lechvod ha'am. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless the members of our congregation and our friends who during the month of their birthdays have arisen to celebrate the milestone in reverence for God, the Torah, and our people. May the Holy One bless you and your families and prosper your deeds. May this be a time of love and special joy. Baruch atah Adonai mevarech hashanim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses the years, and let us say, Amen.
Yom Huledet Sameach,
Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Thank you. Please be seated, and I think there's cake later. So, the story is told. The story is told about a Jewish grandmother, and she's watching her young grandson the grandson is building a sandcastle at the beach. Suddenly, a giant wave comes, and it comes in and it engulfs the boy. And the grandmother prays to God, and miraculously, there's an even bigger wave, and that wave comes, and that brings the boy immediately, and he washes up right next to her at her feet, breathing and unscathed. The grandmother looks at the lad, and then she turns and she shakes her fist up towards heaven. And she angrily mutters, "He had a hat." Reading a biography of the British statesman Winston Churchill, it turns out that years ago during World War II, he told this exact same joke about ingratitude. Only in his telling, the subject was not a Jewish grandson, but a British sailor. It's a reminder that we get good ideas from one another. The important thing is to acknowledge their source. In Judaism, this is called B'Shem Omro, speaking in the name of. It's attributing authorship. In a few minutes, Linda, our director of sacred music, and as you've heard, tonight's birthday gal, who is for only a few days the same age as the modern state of Israel, will be singing a special prayer, Avinu Shebashamayim, composed around the time of Israel's birth, of Israel's Independence Day. The prayer speaks of the state of Israel as the dawning of hope for all who seek peace and of our redemption. It asks God to guide and protect Israel so there might be peace and joy for all who dwell there. Considering tonight why Israel is so important to our Jewish people, and why, as we ready to celebrate Israel's Independence Day this coming Wednesday night, I want to quote extensively from an unlikely source, from a short video I saw mentioned on Twitter. only it expresses the thoughts of a very renowned rabbi, Rabbi Jonathan Sacks. And he explains that when you read the Hebrew Bible, the foundation of our faith, when you read the Hebrew Bible, you realize the focus isn't about the salvation of the soul. It's about creating in the Holy Land, that is, in Israel, a society based on the values of justice and of empathy. Judaism began with two journeys to the land of Israel. First by the founders, by Abraham and Sarah, who Lech Lecha, they go to Israel. And then by the people Israel, as they are led by Moses after the Exodus. Two journeys specifically to the land of Israel. For thousands of years, this place has been central to Jewish identity. Even when living in other lands, Israel remained the focus of our prayers. Consider that this very sanctuary, too, is pointed directly towards Jerusalem. Rabbi Sacks makes an extraordinarily insightful point. Judaism differs from other great Abrahamic monotheisms. It differs from our friends in Christianity and in Islam in that it's the only one, Judaism is the only one that never created or sought to create an empire. Today there are 56 Islamic nations. There are 149 nations in which Christians form the majority. There's only one, and there's only ever been one Jewish state, and that's within Israel. Israel's enemies, known as anti-Zionists, falsely speak of Israel as a colonist project, a colonial project, colonialist project, an effort by Jews to colonize a place where we had no roots. Just the opposite. It was the imperialist Roman Emperor Hadrian, whom nearly 2,000 years ago, in an effort to minimize the Jewish connection to the land, renamed the place Palestine, the land of the Philistines, and thus not of the Jews. That was an effort to whitewash history. As for about 1,000 years, Jews up until then in the land, it was a Jewish state. And whenever the land of Israel wasn't a Jewish state, it's been ruled by various larger empires. Byzantine, Umayyad, Ottoman, British. I could do a whole list here, but you get the idea. But never as its own individual nation, unless that was a Jewish state. The UN decision leading to the Jewish state's birth 71 years ago is thus a reversal of imperialism and colonialism, as it gave back to the Jewish people the home taken from them by empire after empire. Moreover, the yearning for this national home by Jews all over the world, not only refugees from or survivors of the Holocaust, but likewise descendants of the many Jews who were forced to leave Arab lands after the state of Israel came into existence, amongst many others, has always unified the Jewish people. In more recent years, that has included Jews coming from the former Soviet Union and Ethiopia and now France. In his video, Rabbi Sacks likewise addressed the linkage between anti-Zionism, the argument that there shouldn't be a state of Israel, with anti-Semitism, prejudice against Jews. He observed that Anti-Jewish prejudice, anti-Semitism mutates. During the Middle Ages, it was hatred against Judaism. During the 19th and 20th centuries, it was hatred against Jews as a race. Today, it's hatred against the Jewish nation state, Israel. What all these things have in common is that they are the ways of wanting to deny Jews the rights given to others. During the Middle Ages, the way that Jews congregated as a group was through religion. And Judaism was the basis of our community and the way our communities were formed. And during that time, it was the Jewish religion that was attacked. During the 19th and 20th centuries, as Jews became more secular, they were attacked not for religion, but for being a part of a specific ethnic group. And now, as the state of Israel is the central location where the Jews congregate, with 6,700,000 Jewish residents, it's about 75% of the country, now anti-Semitism becomes the latest mutation of a larger prejudice against where Jews are most gathered. The state of Israel certainly faces many challenges. One of the consequences of Zionism was the development of a distinct Palestinian identity as the Jews' Arab neighbors. The Palestinian leadership has yet to fully embrace a two-state solution of 2 states for 2 peoples. May this come to pass so that there might be peace and joy for all who dwell there. As a refuge and as a beacon for Jews around the world, Israel's Jewish institutions also have to do a better job at promoting Judaism's religious pluralism. Still, as Israel approaches 71, there's much to marvel over. B'Shem Omro, to quote another person, in this case to quote Ruthie Blum, as she wrote yesterday in the Jerusalem Post, she wrote, Israel, with the highest fertility rate in the Western world, is packed with paradoxes. It is simultaneously Middle Eastern, yet Western, cosmopolitan, yet provincial, frenetic, yet relaxed, religious, yet secular, conservative, yet prone to liberal fads, a bureaucratic nightmare, yet heaven for entrepreneurship, ill-mannered, yet empathetic, marriage-oriented, yet a singles paradise, exorbitantly expensive, yet a tourist's dream. I'll add that in many ways, Israel is like America. There's great geographic diversity, snowy mountains and blazing deserts, beaches and farms. There's significant ethnic diversity. Israel, like America, is a nation of immigrants, peoples whose families arrive from around the world. And there's democracy, a valuing of family, the arts, equality, and inclusion. Like America, Israel is a land of high tech, and it surpasses us in going green. Part of the mission of our synagogue is to highlight an ongoing connection to the state of Israel. We do this in many ways, including those weekly email updates to our membership from the IAC, from our Israel Advocacy Committee. Check them out and engage in learning and about Zionism. Like the Jewish grandmother, when our expectations are out of sync, we certainly can find a lot to complain about. Still, through the tides of history, let us not be ungrateful for our many blessings, beginning with the dawning of hope for all who seek peace and of our redemption. Ken Yehi Ratzon, be this God's will.
translation for this beautiful prayer is found on page 377, if you want to read along with it. Avinu Shabashamayim Tzur Yisrael Fekoalo Berekhet Midinat Yisrael Reshit Michat Gehulatenu Hagen Aleha Behevrat Chastecha Ufros Aleha Sukkot Shalamecha Ushlach Orcha Ve'amitcha Lo Reshecha Serecha Ve'yoachseha V'tatneim B'etzah Tova Milefanecha Avinu Shabashamayim Tzur Yisrael Vegoalo Barech Midinat Yisrael Smichat Gehulatenu V'nemar Amen V'nemar Amen.
We turn to page 586 in our prayer books. I ask that we rise. We invite forward Rachel's grandparents, Marilyn and Steve Rubel, and Joan and Ed Tosi, to come forward to open our ark. The Aleinu that we chant is the second paragraph down on the page 586.
Use some more. Aleinu leshabeach lahadon hakol latet gedula leotzer breshit shelo asanu kagre havratzot velo samanu kemishbechot hadama shelo sam chelkenu kahem וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated. Our congregation has one of the heaviest arcs in America. The next mark, page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Page 598. We now call to mind our own beloved dead, and I ask that those in mourning or remembering the anniversary of the death of a loved one and who have trekked to this sanctuary during Shiva or Shloshim or for Yartzeit, should you be able, please rise when their name is mentioned. We note the death on Wednesday night of Ethel Goldberg, mother of Bryna, Richard. During Shloshim, the death of Andrew Rabinowitz, stepfather of Shari Abelson, and of Marjorie Menaker. This Shabbat, we remember the Yartzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Rachel Danon, Edna Dime, Carol Eisenberg, Dora B. Fine, Felix Friedman, Eli Gleiberman, Leo Goldberg, David Grossman, Leopold Isaac, Jacob Jackowitz, Sam Levine, Josepha W. Lichtenstein, Ruth Littman, Gustav Rosenfelder, Rose Sagel, Dennis Slattery, Leslie Strauss, George S. Whale, and Ethel Weissman. If there are additional names to mention for Kaddish this Shabbat, please feel free to rise and say their names now. A practice within our congregation is to further consider these people. If you're comfortable so doing, we now invite you to share with this minyan a brief reflection or reference about a dear one on our Kaddish list. We recall as well Lori Kay, murdered last Shabbat at the Poway Synagogue, and we recall Specialist Michael T. Osorio, American troops who have died recently. And each Shabbat we also mention 6 names amongst the 6 million murdered in the Holocaust, the Shoah, and we now remember Zelek Yaroslavsky, David Yalanetsky, Yosef Yalanetsky, Leib Berlin, Sarah Mandelbaum, and Abram Smuss. In remembrance and solidarity, and on behalf of those for whom there is no one but us to say Kaddish, we now invite all present to rise if you are able. Our Kaddish prayer, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, B'chaye echon u'vyome echon u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Lalmei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemei D'Kudesha B'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'meru amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'Meru Amen. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for blessing, and let us say, Amen. We remain standing. We turn to page 678 for Hatikva, Israel's national anthem.
Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulfate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia Olo Tikvatenu Ha'oyatikva Shnot Alpayim Liotam Chofshi Be'atzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Liotam Chofshi Be'atzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim.
Please be seated. Rochelle.
Thank you, Linda and Rabbi. A special thank you to Rachel. We welcome our guests, Woodbury United Methodist Church confirmation class, and a very special mazel tov to the Rubel family. Does anyone have good news they'd like to share? No? Birthdays, anniversaries? Yes.
I wrote for birthday blessing, but it's actually our son's 30th birthday today, and he doesn't live in this area, so I took the occasion to accept the blessing for him. Now that our three sons are 30 plus, I really thought consider all our blessings.
The announcements for this week: on Saturday, May 4th, at 10 a.m., bat mitzvah for Rachel Rubel. On Sunday, May 5th, 9:30, the religious school's mitzvah day. Monday, May 6th at 10 a.m., Sisterhood and the Federation's annual Cinco de Mahjong. At 7 p.m., Shiva for Ethel Goldberg. On Tuesday, May 7th, Sisterhood Torah chanting at 10 a.m., the class led by Susan Pinsky-Gleeks. Please note the time change on that. At 11 a.m., the Rabbi's Adult Discussion Group. At 4:15 p.m., the religious school. And Friday, May 10th at 7:30, Erev Shabbat services, Teacher Appreciation Shabbat. Tonight's Onig is sponsored by the Rubel family in honor of Rachel becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow and the May birthdays. Shabbat Shalom.
And on Sunday at 7 o'clock in this beautiful sanctuary, Femina Melodia, which is a women's choir led by Jan Gregory, who's our accompanist, will be presenting a beautiful concert, and I think you would all enjoy it. But it's 7 o'clock Sunday night, and next Saturday night, there wasn't an announcement about it, was there?
There should be.
There should be. Our big gala. We are going to celebrate, and we have a lot of merriment and a wonderful program planned. So please come and join us.
And
I
it's
believe you still can
reservations till Monday, so
okay,
please.
so you still have a chance to enjoy it.
Now, this is probably the part of the bat mitzvah experience that Rachel's been looking forward to the most, which is helping to lead Kiddush. Our prayer is found on page 123. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemahaseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila l'mikraye kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'charta, be'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Rachel, if you'll do the honors of our of the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Amen b'tevon. May God's presence be with you and give you peace. Shabbat shalom. So why don't you take a bite? We're going to just put you on mute, and we're going to walk right over.